The Communist Party was started in 1921 by Li Zizao and Chen Duoxu, along with Mao Zedong, Liu Shaoqi, and Li Luzhan as a political and revolutionary movement. The Communists and their opposing group, the Nationalists, were grouped together until the Nationalists, headed by Chiang Kai-shek, betrayed and violently drove the Communists out of Shanghai. Some, like Mao, decided to go see if they could recruit in the countryside after what happened. By 1936, the Communist Party had over 10 million followers. The Japanese started trying to invade China, but the Communists ended their invasion. By the time the invasion was over, the Communist Party had over 100 million followers. In 1949, the Communists defeated the Nationalists and forced them to retreat. The Long March took place from October 16, 1934 to October 20, 1935, almost a year. It covered over 4,000 miles of land, walked by 85,000 people. It was a forced retreat to escape the Nationalist Army. Mao led the Long March, splitting up people to confuse the enemy. When the march ended in 1935, only 8,000 people came back alive. Mao led the march like leading the crew on a boat. The Great Leap Forward was a campaign from the government to organize the vast majority of the population and to increase agricultural growth. It started in 1958 and ended in the 1960s. More than 20 million people died due to starvation. It was a campaign started by Mao Zedong. Mao believed that the people of China could do anything, so he told them to grow tons of agriculture and industry. In 5 years, he held possession of literally everything they had. Later, the Great Leap did not work out. The trains needed to cool the furnaces were using. The steel the furnaces were producing was made too weak. The fields got flooded, and there was droughts in some parts of China. The Cultural Revolution was a 10-year event to regain trust for Mao after the failure he had at the Great Leap. Started in 1966 and ended in 1976. During that time, children were nominated by schools to enforce the law. Mao called them his Little Red Army. Mao also had a book of quotes that you had to memorize. If the Little Red Army started a quote from Mao and someone could not finish it, you could be beaten on the spot. If your pants were too tight or your shoes were too old-fashioned, you could be publicly embarrassed. If the army didn't only enforce law, but they destroyed old pieces of old China. They destroyed signs, clothes, shops, etc. Mao Zedong died on September 9, 1976. It was a highly publicized event with his body in an open casket covered by glass so the public could go and see him. It was also a very sad event, seeing as to it that the great leader of China had fallen. All throughout his life, Mao Zedong led the great ship of China towards